This episode of Gameboiz is brought to you by Laguna Motors. We make car buying easy. Why waste time with Craigslist clowns and sled lots with trailer offices? Buy with ease. Buy with confidence. Come down to beautiful South Orange County and buy from Laguna Motors. Follow us on Instagram at Laguna Motors or visit us at lagunamotorsoc.com. That's lagunamotorsoc.com. That's the worst read I've probably ever done, but George, cue the music, sir.
Hadouken! He's on fire! Come here!
It's me! Listen!
No music for the Twitch streamers. That's how
I
that
should just
goes.
play it on my phone, like
I
over
know,
the
we
thing.
should.
We should. That's how we sample new songs. Is we make it up and we play it for the Twitch streamers. So if
Yeah.
you're listening to us on Twitch, that's what's going to happen. Probably not at some point.
We're gonna, we're gonna forget where we ever said that before this podcast even ends.
It's 2019 though. We do need a new theme song. I feel like we need
Do we?
need to upgrade.
What? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, did you not see the weekend update flyer? That was next level
that was
quality.
cool. That was cool. I was happy about that one.
It was quality cut and paste, sir. What did you write down? We had something to talk about.
Oh,
I spaced on it already.
Well, before we record, we always have a medicinal smoke session. You know, to help put us at ease, relieve the anxiety before doing our podcast here. And we're trying to figure out what flavor our blunt wrap should be.
I was thinking it'd have to be some kind of like a Jolly Rancher flavor, you know?
If Gameboiz was gonna make a Swisher flavor, what would it be?
Maybe like a watermelon, but have the wrap be like an extra red dye, so that it's almost colored red. You know, because the watermelon Jolly Rancher is pink. So, if you could color it, it would set it apart. But it also gives you that nostalgia of Jolly Ranchers when you were a kid.
You know what I wanted when the Star Wars movies were coming out is like lightsaber looking blunt wraps. They look like a lightsaber, where it's like green, and then at the one end it has just like a handle.
The filter,
Yeah.
like a lightsaber, black and mild. Yeah,
Yeah.
That seems like a missed opportunity.
That's what I'm saying, man. I feel like that would be dope, but I don't know what flavor it would be. Just fucking light.
It might have to be a blend. The Gameboiz would probably need a blended flavor. Maybe
Yeah.
a tutti frutti.
Coffee.
Oh yeah, you're
Coffee
right.
and weed.
There
Why
you
wouldn't it be just coffee and weed?
So I know exactly what this Swisher would be called. It's Dank Roast
Mm-hmm.
by Gameboiz.
I like it. I like it.
And I hate the word dank, but that's what the
It's a pun.
that's what the essence gave me in this world.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Did you? All right.
I think we should just start a fucking coffee company, dude.
I think so.
I feel like that is easy.
Did you listen to Dave Asprey when he was on Rogan?
I don't probably, but I don't
And
know.
he was like trying to sell him on mycotoxins, and he kept saying like Joe would keep asking. I was like, all right, who's doing these studies? And Dave would be like, yeah, we are. And if you come to my factory, I can show you all the data. And Joe's like, no, like. What are the numbers? And he's like, yeah, those are in my office if you ever come visit, and I'll get you the data. And he just kept not answering the question. It's total fucking con artist bullshit, but good coffee.
What one does he do?
He was the proponent for bulletproof coffee.
Oh, okay.
And he was such a good salesman that he sold on it.
On it.
Yeah. So they had exclusive Dave Asprey bulletproof coffee. And for those of you who don't know what bulletproof coffee is, it's basically you put ghee or clarified butter in your coffee, you blend that bitch up, and it's rocket fuel. I will say, as much bullshit as Dave Asprey is full of, that is legit rocket fuel. Like,
yeah, I mean, it seems like he was just using another, like, he was using a selling point that wasn't really real to sell something that's still good.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, I mean, whatever. Like mycotoxins, okay, but
Mycotoxins.
my bad, dude. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's clarified butter, coconut oil, and coffee.
Coconut oil.
Yeah, it's a lot of fat, but like
Keto shit.
Yeah, you can run through a wall on that. Like,
Yeah.
I guess it's like a Tibetan tradition that like that's what they use to kind of maintain calorie intake while not dying in the Himalayas. They would drink like butter coffee and butter tea.
Interesting.
You know, because it's just animal fat and
Yeah.
its flavor. So.
Unlike this fucking bean water we're drinking right now.
Bean water, aka a bath. That's
more or less. It's a coffee bath, dude.
Coffee's good though. Coffee it's weird how like coffee should be more expensive than it is.
I feel like it's too expensive.
It is expensive, like it is its own form of like fucking black gold. It's not oil, but
Yeah.
But like if you consider there are very few places that grow coffee, you know? Like
Yeah.
I think Hawaii might be the only state in the United States that grows coffee.
Really?
Yeah. I think everything else is imported. So, yeah, I just every time I'm like, dude, I spent so much money on coffee. I'm like, well, it should be way more expensive.
It's a drug.
It is a drug.
That's it should, when you think about it like that, it should be more expensive.
Mm-hmm. It's, I mean, think about it. It's $2, you know, for a cup of coffee.
Dude, when can I just go and get a cup of, like, weed tea? Like, THT. Or like,
That's great. That's a great name. Did you just pull that out of your
Yeah,
ass?
I did.
THT? That's
Yeah.
solid.
Like, that's what I want. I want to be able to just walk into a fucking coffee shop and get a weed tea.
Yeah.
Like, this is drugs. Why can't I? Like, I have weed with my coffee anyway. So it's
You're like, let me give you all of the money. I don't have to do half
Yeah,
of this in my car before I
exactly.
get here.
Exactly. We can all work together to keep me unsober.
When did you first try coffee? Not that when did you start liking coffee, but when was your first like, oh, that's what coffee is?
Oh, man.
Adults are weird.
A long time ago, because my dad would drink coffee every morning because he was a teacher. So it'd be like part of his normal routine. And so I'm sure, I don't know, he would just like I would just like try it and be like, that's gross.
I am my stepdad, I guess one of my stepdads. That's a weird sentence.
Oh, that is a weird sentence.
One of my stepdads, he went to, I want to say Cinnabon, and he got like an espresso shake, like the early frappuccinos. And it looked like a milkshake, and I was like, "Ooh, I want some!" And I drank it, and I was like, "That's not what I expected,"
Yeah.
because like it's all coffee. I was like, "Oh, what just happened?" That was my first experience with coffee, but I didn't actually start like drinking coffee on the regular until I started working in a restaurant.
Yeah. I didn't start drinking coffee till I moved out here.
Maybe I don't know. Is it a California thing? Are we? Like, coffee's pretty standard now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's always been standard, but well, I mean, there's just Starbucks. You can get coffee everywhere out here.
Yeah.
When there's like a McDonald's every 3 blocks, and then a Starbucks in between those, and then 7-Eleven sells them. Arco. Oh, you can just get
Oh,
them
by the way,
anywhere.
guys, for you listening, 7-Eleven's got cold brew for $1 this month.
How does that work?
It's I'm pretty sure it's all sizes of iced coffee, and then they have that black cold brew in the machine, and that's $1 this month. So if you have a problem,
7-Eleven, hit us up for sponsorship.
and then let us know how we get this dank weed or dank roast
Dank Roast Swisher.
Swisher.
Yeah, you guys have connections. I feel like 7-Eleven sells the most Swishers out of any other chain.
I agree. I bet 7-Eleven is just a subsidiary of Swishers.
Just keep Swishers open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? So, how do you use your coffee and weed? Because every time like people think of those two things, they're like, you can't do those together. Or like you'll find people that's like, I can't smoke and drive, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But how do you use your coffee weed fuel, I guess? Do you like to smoke and chill, or do you like to? All right, I'm going for a fucking
Depends.
obstacle course.
I can
run.
do whatever.
Is that just your fuel? That's your gas for your car.
Yeah.
You're like, I need all of this
Yep.
to start my day.
Well, I mean, I don't have to, but I prefer to. That's the way I like to start it. I don't know, man.
Did you do a lot of coffee in college?
Do a lot of coffee? No.
It's a drug, bro. Bro.
I just did straight up cocaine.
That's a light roast.
Yeah.
Light as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't drink coffee in college really.
A white roast.
I'm trying to think.
So just working out here. Did you immediately go to working to the club once you moved here? Was that like your first job?
Yeah.
That's dope. You're like, I'm going to go there and then I'm going to work there and yup.
I mean, it wasn't like that, but it was like, I'm going to go there. And so then I went there and I was like, all right, now I need to find a job. And they were just hiring. And so it just kind of fell into place.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Had you worked in like a restaurant environment before that?
Nope.
No?
I had no experience. There's no reason I should have got that job. Besides the fact that the manager was from Michigan too.
And you're a big dude and he's like, I'm going to put him at the door.
Yeah. He'd be a great door guy. So,
What did you do back in Michigan then? Like, what were you like a
retail? Sales. I'm gonna kill myself.
What kind of retail? Like clothing?
I worked
like
at Office
Aeropostale?
Max.
Oh damn it! I was hoping it was
Office Depot,
like
whatever.
like a mall. I wanted to picture you in a mall, just fucking hating children. Like, get the fuck out of here!
I feel like I would rather have done that. Office Depot was garbage, dude.
Why? Too many types of papers to sell?
It was just like, dude, all retail sucks. With corporate retail is just a terrible job. They always want you to do more for no reason. They're just like, we got to make more money. Go do it. And it's like, all right, what do I get out of it? A pat on the back.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you, dude.
Every Friday, you can wear whatever you want.
I don't give a shit. I'd rather just wear the uniform. I don't wear my fucking jeans, dude. What a waste.
I feel the opposite. Like, food service does suck, but I think working for a corporate food service is far superior than working for like a hole-in-the-wall mom-and-pop
Probably.
restaurant. You know, because it's an oiled machine at that point
And
in terms of how to train and
Probably more secure
how to react
of
to
a job.
things. Yeah. It's weird that like mom-and-pop kind of restaurants all do the same thing, but almost don't have a choice. Like, instead of getting bulk groceries from a supplier that would save them, probably hundreds of dollars, they go to a store and they pick it up in their truck and just buy a large amount instead, and it just costs them money, and it gives me anxiety, I think, because I'm like, isn't this like your prized possession that you should be making better decisions with this? And then it's like, is my paycheck gonna bounce?
Yeah.
Showing up to work to like 48-hour notice of like, hey guys, pay your electricity bill. You're like, all right, well, fuck, like.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So I've worked for places like that, and that's why I'm like, I'll go to a fucking Applebee's or something, because then everything. I mean, then it's like telemarketing. They said this, turn to page 7, and it's when it's a corporate chain, they're like, yeah, just give them a coupon, buy their meal.
Yeah.
Get them out. Next table, try again.
Right.
So, were you served? Would you ever serve in the restaurant side? Like,
I have no desire to.
Oh.
I've been offered. I mean, at the club, they asked me if I wanted to move up, and I was like, nah. I like not doing anything. I don't do shit.
I'm content right here.
Yeah, I have another job where I make better money. I don't need this job. I just come here to little extra Skrilla.
Yeah, some entertainment.
Dude, this last weekend was this like Spanish clown, and I realized that I would rather watch comedy I can't understand than bad comedy in English. Like, I was watching it, like, I can't understand a goddamn word he's saying, but he's crushing, and it's fairly interesting. He's a clown. It's like, this is entertaining on its
This
own.
is a visual.
He does like this. Yo quiero baby. It's like fucking. It's so annoying, but these people are laughing so hard. So it's like he's doing something right. I'd much rather see that and just be completely lost than just be sitting there like, how the fuck is this person on stage right now, and why are these fucking idiots laughing? I don't know what I get more upset at, dude. The comics for telling the joke or the people for laughing at it?
I think, I don't know. I'm always, anything in the room, it's always the comics, like the first. You're the captain of the ship for 5 minutes, you know? So whatever's going on is on you. So if they laugh at that, you shouldn't have done that. Like, you should know better for yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Have higher standards and actually write something. Because sometimes crowds are just, they're little fucking balls of energy, you know? It doesn't make sense, but they're like, oh, we're supposed to laugh there. Ha 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 ha.
They're children. Yeah.
Sheeple, I think is the word that I like to call them. So
Yeah.
I totally forgot what we were talking about now. Oh, yes, I do remember. I wanted to bring up, because you brought it up.
Coffee? Oh.
Coffee?
Oh.
Sure. No, that the PS5 is
El PlayStation 5.
circle in the rumor mill lately.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's been popping up all over the place.
So you had an original PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
You had a Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Did you have a regular Nintendo?
Had to have, yeah.
I did, but I don't feel like, I feel like the PlayStation 2 was the first time you got almost a sequel console. Like, you had the Nintendo and then the Super Nintendo, but those didn't feel like they were the same thing. You
Right,
know?
yeah,
It
yeah,
felt like I had a Game Boy and then now I had the Super Nintendo.
They're completely different.
Yeah, so
It's a clear upgrade.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 16? 32-bit was the Super Nintendo, right? Or was it
Probably.
64? No, and
No, it
64,
wasn't
so
64.
32-bit was probably it. Yeah,
Might
but
have been 16, but it was probably 32.
I don't remember.
Well, I mean, some games nowadays, like some computer games nowadays will run on 32-bit. Like World of Warcraft can be run on 32-bit. I think it was 16. It doesn't matter.
Looks like garbage, though.
Yeah, well, that's what it's supposed to look like. So, joke's on you.
When you played PlayStation, though, like, did you even consider, like, you'd get a PlayStation 2? Like another one?
Well, I mean, by the time I got it, I had the PS1, which was like the
the little
small,
one?
like rectangle one. So it was like, obviously they're coming out with more. I don't know. Nowadays, it's like, obviously there's going to be another one. I guess back then it was like, I don't know. That's a good point. I never really thought about that.
Like, there was never, I feel like Sony kind of started that whole thing.
Yeah.
There's always been, like, consoles from the same companies, but, like, there was...
But we probably always assumed that they were going to make newer, better ones, right?
I don't think I did.
Because
Because whenever
we're
it was
too
like
young and stupid, I bet you
maybe.
adults were like, yeah, of course.
No,
Like,
fuck him. Because I was thinking about it.
Look at the course of everything else of technology. Cars, TVs, radios. It's like it starts out something and it just gets better. It's like, why would it be any different for a video
Right,
game?
getting a better console, yes, but like having a sequel to your console almost, you know? Like an upgrade, a facelift,
Like, why
a
not
new
call it
look.
something else?
Yeah, it's not, you're not doing
It's
your
easy.
Switch. Yeah, it's easy, but
Marketing.
Yeah, it puts a timeline on your console. Because when I had a PlayStation, I was like, dude, this is going to be dope. I'm going to play this the rest of my life. These discs are quality. They're plastic.
The graphics clearly can't get any better.
Yeah. Like, this is fun. There's barely any loading screens on this PlayStation.
This is
1.
the perfect game. Spyro is the perfect game.
Croc. I think that's what it was. Croc was fun. Croc and Ape Escape. PlayStation really knocked it out of the park. But they also started the trend of, like, fucking planned obsolescence almost in your hardware.
That's just, I hate to say it, that's just Japanese business right there. That's just, I learned that in history class.
Is
Pretty
it?
sure they invented planned obsolescence.
How so?
Like that's just, after World War II, they were just like, let's just make as much shit as we possibly can and sell it.
Yeah.
And it was just garbage.
From Japan, I
Yeah.
disagree.
Yeah,
I completely disagree.
and from America. Everybody was doing it.
America's just slacking though, but Japan had to sell everything. They were an export country, right? I mean, in terms of
Probably.
technology and everything, so they didn't want to pay for anything to come back. They had to make it good the first
and
time.
they have to keep making money.
Yeah, because they didn't
Yeah,
have
but
military.
like you don't make money by making a good product. You make by
Business Standards by William Henderson. That's not what you want to fucking do.
You don't make money by making a product that lasts a long time. You make a lot of money by making a good product that has a short lifespan.
Fucking iPhones.
Yeah,
Like
made,
it's
made
not,
in China, bro.
Yeah, they
So-
don't even last the year anymore. Like I feel
No.
like the relevant lifespan of an iPhone is like 6 to 9 months.
I got my Motorola phone last August, and I'm worried about it.
Is it slowing down?
Yeah, I'm
It's
just like,
showing
I don't
signs
know.
of age.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna make it.
It's got Alzheimer's. It doesn't recognize you.
It's like you haven't even made it through half your life yet, dude. That's like a 30-year-old talking about committing suicide. It's like you haven't even started yet, man.
PlayStation 2. You had one of those then?
Yup.
Did you have every PlayStation up until current, or did you skip any?
I had a version of every one.
I
I didn't always have like the original. Like I didn't have the original PlayStation. I think I had the original PlayStation 2.
the big
The
ass
fat
fucking.
one. Or no, I can't remember.
You
I
know,
don't know.
that was my favorite like form factor change was the PS2 when it went to the PS2 Slim. You're
Slim.
like, what the fuck did you guys just do?
Yeah.
Like,
It's so much smaller.
yeah, this is the size of a notebook now.
Yeah.
And my old one, like, I had to put in a backpack
Yeah.
just to take anywhere.
Yeah, it was a brick.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
That was dope. I like when companies do that. I like when they do that in fucking Iron Man. You know he's gonna start with a suit, and then 3/4 of the way he gets a new suit, and that's my favorite part of the movie. Like, new fucking suit, yes.
Oh my god, you're such a loser.
That's how I felt about the PlayStation 2 Slim. I was like, that's amazing.
New suit, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have a PS3.
Really?
No.
Where'd you go, Xbox?
Yeah, I was playing 360 a lot by the time the 3 was around. So that's where I was playing Call of Duty and Game of Thrones. I want to
You're
watch it
playing-
so bad. Gears of War. That's what
Yeah, you're playing Game of Thrones.
You're playing
Um,
incestuous medieval.
You had a PlayStation 3. I definitely had like a fat PS3. I had the original.
That's the one that looked
PS3.
like a fucking like a wing, right? Like
Yeah.
you got a section of a plane wing, and it was
Mhm.
the same size. And you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
this definitely came off of a
It
747.
was heavy duty, but dude, it also like fell from my shelves a couple times and like was fine. Like, it was a tank. Dude. I did like it would fall and I'd be like, it's fine. It's all right.
PlayStation 3 is the Toyota Corolla of consoles.
Yeah, dude, it just doesn't.
You're like,
die.
dude, it's broken in half. Yeah, but if you put it close together, it still plays that shit. Like,
But at some point it stopped like spitting out my discs or some shit. Like it was just fucking up. It just got old eventually, and I just had to get rid of it. And then I got a PlayStation 3 Slim on the low, and I had
I
that.
can't even picture that one. Was that another like, oh, this is thin as fuck now, or was this, you're like, oh, it's a little smaller?
It was like kind of the same shape, like that wing shape, but
Mhm.
just smaller
Oh,
and plasticky. It wasn't like that glossy finish like the original one had. And I don't think it had like the heat sensor things. You know how like, well, you
with
don't know.
you were telling me, yeah, it didn't have
It
necessarily
didn't have
buttons.
a button. It was
just
heat,
like,
yeah, it was a sensor for that. So, but this one had like a button that you would push. So,
buttons,
which is weird. That, yeah, they went back to it on the PS4.
Yeah, even they were like, yeah, we fucked
Yeah,
up. Sorry,
yeah, we
guys.
get it. We get it. When you have when you have technology like that, it's just like things can go wrong, and it's just like you don't want to fix that.
Yeah,
It's gonna be too difficult to
Yeah.
just fix it.
you need that single piece unit that's like the whole front end
Right.
costs an extra $900 to just get it to them.
Yeah.
Buttons way better. It's
Yeah.
like every time Sony's like, we're gonna do a touch thing, the consumers are like, no, you're not. Stop it.
It's just not gonna work. But I saw something about the controller for the PS5,
Mhm.
is that they were talking about having like a little touch screen, like where the touchpad is now, having like a LED or LCD, whatever the fuck they use now, screen on there, and have like different info, which would be so derp.
Yeah, even if it's just like a simple little screen on it, like you could be so creative with that. Like we were talking about, just the light bar on its own, how they change the color just during scenes and stuff. That's hella creative. That's cool. That's really cool. Or like you get shot and it flashes.
Oh, dude, best use of that little speaker on the controller goes to the show. When you're playing Road to the Show, like single player, and you like get a hit or get on base and you're running, like the base coaches, they yell at you through
nice.
that.
That's cool.
Like dig, get to first. Like, round it and look, find the ball, like shit like that. You're like, whoa.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's super dope.
It was pretty cool. When it first happened, I was like, oh, I was so excited.
That's I also saw something on the DS5 for the DualShock 5 controller. That there's some people saying it's gonna have some kind of camera inside of it.
I read some about that too.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's creepy or if it's a tracking camera.
Or if it's
like,
awesome.
Or that, yeah.
Maybe it's gonna be looking up at your fucking stupid face.
Maybe it can, like, it's a camera that you hold the controller a certain way and you can do gestures over it.
Oh, dude.
So that if you have the controller and the headset on, the VR headset, that you don't, you see it in space and you can do. That was loud.
That was
very
loud.
Guys. That was my computer. I'm gonna turn the volume down.
Button, bro.
But like you can interact with the controller, do gestures over, and it can still read more accurately. I mean, at this point, there's no reason to not have more sensors on everything.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect to see like a focus on the VR too of some sort. I heard there was gonna be a wireless.
Yeah, which should have been the way it's going.
It should have been there, but we're not complaining.
No. I also understand why they did it this way though. Like it had to be an accessible level of price for like most people. Like that was their goal, and they definitely did it.
Yeah.
Because anything more than what we got with the PSVR now would be an Oculus Rift price, and you'd have other things that you need to buy with it. So
right.
I get the idea of not being able to have a built-in integrated rechargeable battery unit and having a range, and it needs its own separate system. But they had goals, whatever.
Right.
But wireless is really the way it should have been.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I like the idea of using like the VR in conjunction with the controller, like you were saying, because then you could do like hologram type shit.
Yeah, like an augmented virtual reality.
Yeah.
Almost.
Whoa, dude,
bro. Which that's an accurate name for it. I feel like, especially with Astrobot, it is still the controller through and through, but it opens up and it's augmented virtual reality. It's dope. It's dope. I just wish that touchpad was like bigger or something. Like, let me hook my phone up because that's going to be a bigger touch screen, and then if I can draw that way. There's also people reporting, but I feel like this gets reported with every system upgrade, that they're going to have backward compatibility all the way to the original PlayStation.
Huh. That was a thing that, like, when the PlayStation 2 came out, it was like, yeah, you can play your PlayStation. Like, why would, like, of course.
Why would you not? And
then PlayStation 3 came out, and I, like, put in a PlayStation 2 game, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why can't I play my PlayStation?
What if all they did was made this, instead of making it incompatible, they just made the space for the PS3 disc 2 millimeters smaller, so you tried to fit your disc in and you're like,
it just wouldn't go.
It just, what the fuck is this garbage?
I would rather it be that than have it put in and just be like, disc read error. Like, what are you talking about?
Right, because you put it in, you sit back down, you're comfy, and then it's like, error.
I'm gonna fucking throw this goddamn console out the window.
What did you try to play? Do you remember?
Oh, God. I think I probably tried to play I had a baseball game. It wasn't it wasn't the show back then. It would have been 2K, MLB 2K. That was my game. And when I got my PlayStation, I didn't get any games with it because I'm fucking broke. That's what I did with the PlayStation 4 too.
You just bought the console.
Bought
You're
the
like,
console.
I'm buying an expensive ass Blu-ray player right now.
There are free games online. I'll figure it out. I'll find something. And yeah. And then I eventually went and I got. Do you remember they used to? Oh wait, this was for the PlayStation 2. Anyway, they used to sell like the pack of demos. Do you remember that?
No.
They used to sell like, it would be like in a game case, but it would be like 8 different game demos. So like, I don't know, it was like what Driver, remember Sly Cooper?
Yeah, I do.
Well,
I do. That was very Ocean's 11 of a game.
Jack and Daxter.
That's a solid lineup of games.
Yeah, and it was just like the demos. So it was like $5. So I think I got that that was PS2 though. PS3, the first game I got was Elder Scrolls 4. Oblivion? Was it 4?
Yes.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls 4.
Yeah.
Oblivion. And I sucked at it. I was like, I don't understand what's going on here.
You went back to your other PlayStation and played the demo.
Yeah, I did.
I bet you that laser burnt its fucking pathways into that disc. You played it so much. You look at the bottom, it looks like some kind of hieroglyphic.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Dude, you remember when PlayStation games had the black film?
Yeah, that was PS2? No, PS1.
That was the original.
So the original PlayStation was black.
Was it supposed to protect it?
I don't know. It might have just been to differentiate itself, you know? You're like, oh, dope, it's a black disc.
It was dope, though.
It was pretty dope.
It was cool.
Until
they
it got
go
scratched
back to
up.
it.
Like, it was very easy to see scratches on that.
They should do blue ones. Remember when, like, Blu-rays were actually, like, bluish?
Weren't the PS2 games blue?
Oh, yeah, some of them were.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should do that.
And then PS3...
They should make them red.
Were PS3, they were like, fuck it, dude, it's a CD.
Yeah. It's like, grow up.
It's a disc.
They should have made the Red Dead one red, though. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And then they're like, you can only play it on this PlayStation because the old PlayStation doesn't have the laser to read a red disc.
Yeah. PS4 Pro. You need it.
That would be dope.
You need it.
They should have made the whole case red. Just if not,
it should have just been all red. It shouldn't have been a cover. It should have just been
just red and leather bound.
Yeah, you don't even need a title.
And
People know.
And a bullet hole, 2 bullet holes.
Oh yeah.
All right, I have a few specs here in terms of the PS5.
Shit balls.
I'm just going to read them out because the numbers are confusing. So it says the PS5 is expected to more than double the PS4 Pro's graphical capacity.
Sweet Jesus.
So, I mean...
Good thing they have that 16K TV, too, you know? Fuck.
Yeah, you can see people's pores now. It says currently the PS4 Pro's graphical processing unit is 4.2 teraflops. Sorry, I had to look for it. 4.2 teraflops. So that's...
I don't know what that means, but...
gigatet. 4.2 trillion like calculations per second.
That doesn't even make sense. that doesn't register.
It does 4.2 trillion things in 1 second. Like in terms of what it's processing.
Command lines.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
So that means the PS5 is going to be closer to 11 teraflops. So 11 trillion cycles per second.
Dude, you hear shit like that, and then you start thinking like, you know how, and you played the Spider-Man game through. Spoilers for anybody that hasn't, but like when Doc Ock is like working on his fucking arms, and they're working on like how quick shit moves, and then he finally figures it out, and it's like super quick reactions, and it's like even quicker than like his reactions. It's like, oh, there's something not right about that.
Yeah.
Like, it's too fast. It can react faster than a human can. Like, that's not...
That's how you force evolution to happen. Yo, keep up, dude. Let's go.
Dude, I want it to happen, but I don't want my body to be hacked, dude. You know what I mean? That's my fear with that shit, is like someone's just gonna like hack it. But then at the same time, like I have all my all my gadgets and shit, and I'm walking around I'm not thinking like, I'm gonna get hacked at any second now.
Yeah, it's not like you're walking around with an RFID wallet. Like,
yeah, Is that a thing? Is that like something you need to actually worry about? Because I
have no
feel like it's
idea.
bullshit.
Yeah, I
it's,
feel like too.
It's one of those selling points. It's like mycotoxins. You know? It's one of those selling points that they just say on wallets so you need this in case someone tries to magnetically steal your. It's like, who the fuck has that technology? Who's doing that as a living?
Yeah,
Just
I'm not walking
around.
by Jason Bourne.
Yeah, I'm not in airports all the time, dude. I'm okay, I think. So
Yeah, be like, point him out. Which dude at my open mic is doing that to me right now?
yeah, and also if somebody gets close enough to me to where they can magnetically steal my credit card info, I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna remember that person.
You're right. Yeah, RFID might be a marketing thing. So's aircraft grade aluminum. You know that they
Why
always
the
say.
fuck would anyone need that commercially?
It's not even a thing. Like it's not necessarily. There isn't an aircraft grade of aluminum. Like planes and helicopters are made out of different types of aluminum depending on the.
Aluminum is made to hold your soda. Okay.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Aluminium and garage are my favorite ways that they say things. Wrong is what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, dude. They need to learn to speak English over there in England.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Heavy duty, I think, is another good marketing. This is a heavy duty, like, especially
Heavy duty tinfoil.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. Okay.
Mycotoxin. That's a good point.
Anyway, yeah. Carry on.
Let's see. I don't know what this even means. It's a 7 nanometer custom graphical processing unit based on AMD's Navi technology. 14 teraflops of power, meaning it can complete 14 trillion operations per second. So you have a GPU that's more powerful than your CPU. That's crazy.
Just keep going. Just keep. These are just our gaming consoles, dude.
Mm-hmm.
These aren't even like math computers. Just think about like the computers that are like trying to find a solution for pi still and shit. You know, they're working so much faster than that probably.
I guess they're experimenting with something called ray tracing, and it's for for VR, and it's a rendering technique that can create a very high degree of visual realism. So more virtual VR, which is good. I'm down. Even though playing Resident Evil on VR was fine. I had no problem with that. Like,
what do you mean no problem?
Like in terms of the graphics, I was like, oh, this looks fake as fuck. I was like, I don't like being in this room right now.
It's real enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets to a point where it's like, okay, we don't need to be any more real.
Yeah, you're gonna traumatize people if you make it any more real. Like, could you imagine if you can, because at some point you're going to be able to just scan you and your girlfriend's face so that you can each have your own profile. And then there's going to be a Resident Evil game where it says, would you like to upload your character models?
Wasn't there a system that you were supposed to be able to like walk into the room and have it like just turn on because of the camera, because it could recognize your face? Was that the 360 that was supposed to do that?
Maybe. I feel like they all came out with cameras at the same time, and they all kind of did the same thing.
And I feel like people were just like, we don't want a camera in our house. I feel like that was more back then, and now people are like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't think
I've
people
definitely
care as
just
much.
sat naked in front of my PlayStation to play, and my PlayStation Eye is just right there. And
I
I'm
mean,
like, well.
you're not trying to be a president, so. And even if you were.
Neither was Donald Trump until he was like, I can run? Oh, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Huh, I got nominated. What do you know?
4K support in the PS5, obviously, with 8K upscaling.
What?
If your TV can do it, the PS5 will be like, all right, we'll make it bigger.
But, so, hold on. So, let me get this straight.
It's like
I can't play my PlayStation 5 on my 16K Sony TV?
No.
That's fucking bullshit.
You may, however, be able to use 2 PlayStation 5s to play.
Or I can just have a really big 8K resolution, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I guess so.
Just
Would
be
your
8K.
eye be able to tell the difference?
I think so. I feel like I should get my TV at a discount. Considering I'm going to be using it with a Sony product that's not compatible, apparently. How do you even get 16K video? How do you, where does that... I feel like that's like those nature documentaries. You ever watch those? Just be like, how the fuck? How do they get this shot? Like, this can't be possible.
Yeah. You had this camera there all season to watch this flower grow and die?
Dude. That, like, little animals where it's like, how do you get, like, underground and, like, how do you get that close to them? How do you find them? They only come out in the dark. It's just so...
How did you get an underneath shot of an ant?
Dude, it's so amazing. The things that they're able to do in those shows. It's fucking incredible.
It's great cinematography in general. Great editing as well, because, it's not all, it's still edited together to make it seem, but it's usually seamless.
You'll see, like, the same thing over and over again from different angles.
The same B-roll.
Yeah.
Planet Earth 2, I think, might be the first one or something. They have a dope, like, eagle segment where you're flying. Well, you're not flying, but
I'm flying.
It's supposed to be the eagle flying through it, and they used a drone to get it. But it's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Super legit.
They just come out with a new one. Like, it's called Our Planet. It's like the same people.
Oh.
All those they're all made by the same people.
Yeah. No one else is going to put that much effort into that.
If David Attenborough is your narrator, I'm in. That's going to be great.
Today in Detroit, Michigan.
Dude, he had one where he was literally, like, laying on the ground next to some, like, meerkats and just watching them play. I'm like, dude, what is like? It was so weird. I wish I could think. I think it was the Madagascar. Netflix has a Madagascar series. It's just like a nature doc about Madagascar.
Where's Madagascar?
Off the coast of Africa.
Okay.
Down.
Yeah. Okay.
East. And I think he's just like looking at him, and he just like lays on his side, and he's just like, just like watching. It was so weird, dude.
These little meerkats, all my friend.
Yeah, it was so funny, dude. Just watch them, just look at them like they were like cats, like actual cats. Like, and he was watching them like play. It was weird. It was odd. I couldn't tell if he was like CG, if they like layered him in. Like, they just videoed him earlier.
It was so weird. Your brain wouldn't accept any of it. You're like, no, this is
it's
fake.
like, no, you can't get that close to those things. They wouldn't let you, right? Like, that doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Sometimes haven't there been reports of like just deer that have never met a person? They're like, oh, what the fuck are you?
Not where I'm from.
What? That sounds like a pickup truck. Let's go the other way,
dude. We have deer back home where like, you walk out, like, if you see them out back, you walk out of your house, poof, they take off.
They're so quick.
So like deer hunters, they gotta get a spot, and then they just gotta fucking sit there. We're hunting wabbits.
It's wabbit season.
Mm-hmm.
Duck season. PlayStation
except for
5.
Except for cars. If they see a car, deer, they
jump in front of it,
stare at it. What the fuck is that?
Oh, do you know why that's a thing? Like, most animals stare at it.
They're dumb.
No, it's because it's depth perception. Their brains aren't as complicated as ours. So when something's on the same level plane, like coming horizontally towards them, they're staring because they're trying to figure out if it's coming closer, how far is it, like, and then but it's too late by the time they realize. Oh, I should move. So,
I gotta move.
Yeah. I don't know if it's even. I notice that when I'm running, like I'll try to cross the street, but I'm like, that is he coming? How fast is he coming from? Where is he coming from?
That's interesting.
The operating system in the PlayStation 5 is gonna have 24 gigabytes of RAM.
How much is this thing gonna cost, dude? Because like, this is a lot of hardware we're talking about.
Yeah,
a lot of processing power.
Yeah, but I feel like by the time they're ready for shipment, a lot of this stuff will have gotten cheaper as well. Because I'm sure all of this already exists. They're not like cutting edge or anything. It's really expensive for most consumers.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing. It's like by the time they're ready to manufacture, it's not going to be, $800 per processor like it is today.
Yeah.
So they're just projecting it out. But I think
that was RAM.
Yeah, just for the operating system. That's not to run or render anything. It's
going to be smooth as fuck.
Yeah, my PlayStation 4 operating system is laggy.
Mine is too, especially once I started downloading games, like the free ones. If I don't like keep up on it, it gets pretty like bogged down.
Yeah, it's like I fucking updated my operating system on my phone and it wasn't ready for it.
Right.
It's like just so slow.
I should just get a fucking external hard drive
Same.
for my games and shit.
Yeah, and it's funny you bring that up. They're reporting a 2 terabyte hard drive in console. So I imagine there's going to be like a 2 and a 4, you know, if that's
I'm fine with that as long as it's not like digital only.
I don't know.
If it's digital only, I need more, or I need cloud access.
Yeah.
And a lot of it.
I think it's weird though that like they still download the whole game onto your PlayStation.
Dude, it's so much.
Yeah.
You don't realize how much space a fucking game is.
That's why I'm like, it's 2 terabytes. That's great right now, but how big are the games going to be if you need this much processing power? So is it still just going to be like a fucking 500 gigabyte hard drive?
Red Dead 3 is going to be 6 discs.
And 9 required DLC.
Yeah.
Like they're like, we can't give you 10 discs. That's just ridiculous.
They're like, this is six DLC for free, and they're like, yeah, but you can't play without them, so it's really just part of the game.
Yeah. Have you heard anything about another Xbox?
I've heard about like a digital only Xbox, but not like a new generation. No.
I read about it in one of the articles as I was looking this stuff up, and apparently they're calling it the Xbox Scarlet. This is news to me. They always have these weird code names. You know?
Yeah.
Fucking.
And then when you like look back on it, you're like, of course that's what it was.
Yeah, of course it was PS3. It wasn't Project Andromeda or something.
Steel Titan. So fucking chill out.
Yeah. They're also going to do the 2 model thing for the Xbox Scarlet. You know, like the lower capacity, higher capacity.
Yeah.
That's necessary. You want broke ass motherfuckers like us to buy it, so give us the cheaper one. Yeah, and they're trying to connect the console to the phone, so they're trying to do cross-platform with like Android and Microsoft, which makes sense, but unnecessary. That's not something anyone's asking for, you know.
Yeah.
I would love to use my phone on my console, like.
Yeah, I use my iPad to play sometimes via internet, and it's all right. You just can't control. You can't like we were talking. I don't know, one of the past episodes we were talking about how touchscreens, like, you just can't do as much.
Yeah.
Unless you have like a cube, that might be cool. Like a cube that just has so that you could hold it and it's still touchscreen though. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope.
That might be something futuristic like. Where it changes based on the game you're playing or the situation.
Nintendo takes over the world because that GameCube becomes standard to control everything.
And they're like, we own the name rights. Yeah. So,
PlayStation 5 is getting some exclusive titles, though. So Gran Turismo 7 in VR. Because I bet they went and they sat in like a 350Z and was like, this is what it sounds like when you go this fast in a 350.
Put a 360 camera on your head and just drive, dude.
And drift.
There you go.
PUBG in 4K with PlayStation Plus. So I guess you get standard PUBG if you don't have PlayStation Plus. But why don't you have PlayStation Plus? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, why do you have a PlayStation?
The Last of Us 2 remastered. Ghost of Tsushima remaster, and they're promising up to 3 more PlayStation VR games. Is what
I can't believe Uncharted isn't on that.
I mean, it's still early, you know. Like I think most places are reporting this for like a late 2020 at the very earliest.
That's what I read, mid to late 2020
at the very earliest, even like,
which is fine because that's gonna be like I'm gonna need that long to get
to
money.
save.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need to start a couple jars.
Yeah.
Put it on my dream board. Third-party games that they're coming out are Bad Company 3. It's going to be on the PS5. And also, all it says is a Harry Potter game.
Ah, fuck. Dude, I'm in. I have to get it. I have to get it all now.
An Assassin's Creed game, obviously.
A Ninja 1, right?
No, they're not going to do it at this point.
That's what it's going to be. They listened.
You know what's going
to fucking listen.
You know where they're going to go? They're going to go to Africa. They're going to be like, where did they first start killing people?
in tribes.
Yeah.
Just the
Fucking stupid. You're just gonna sneak between the fucking Sahara.
You're not even a
desert.
human. You're just you're a
Yeah,
Neanderthal.
you're a Neanderthal assassin.
You just have bones. You have to like shiv bones down. And just
There's no hidden blade. You just club everyone.
Yep. That's so funny.
And the graphics are so good because they don't have to render or record any dialogue.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's nothing going on.
They just record gorillas.
Yeah, and you know what? Neanderthal also, probably like the first one, couldn't swim, so you're gonna drown.
Dude, it makes the game that much easier. Just you can make this game so easy.
Training level is gonna be you have to take down a mammoth by yourself.
Yeah. I think they're gonna fall into the same trap that Steam did, like with the rape thing, though. 'Cause it's like there was definitely raping going on back then. Are you gonna do a historically accurate period piece? Because we gotta get shit done.
It's not rape. They're gonna call it commandeering lower hominids.
That's right. It's not a human. I forgot.
Yeah, it's not a human. And then after that, they're gonna go to Mesopotamia for their Assassin's Creed because I'm never getting a ninja game.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be a single-celled organism, and you're gonna have to make your way through the ranks.
Do you remember that game on computer where you started as a single cell organism and you went through like a hyper evolution all the way up to like a mass?
No.
Like you controlled their population. I think it was called Spore. And so you got to kind of render your own single cell organisms, and you basically existed in this primordial soup of existence. And then there were like proteins and amino acids that your little creature could get. And as you got more, it would start multiplying. It became a multiple cell organism, and then it became like a reptile, and then it would evolve. It was fun for like 10 minutes.
So do you think they have a mobile version of this?
I hope so, because once you reached a certain size, like once you became like a land or swimming animal, like you picked your environment, then it became population control. You went from first person to like a third person God mode perspective. Like, all right, now you have to manage this population that you created, and then it's a planetary thing where it becomes an economic game. So it was very complicated.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was fun for like 10 minutes. And then you do it one time, you're like, oh, I get it. I know what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
So, last game with a 2021 release is Horizon 2. So.
Horizon.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn. I
Oh,
think,
yeah.
what it was
How do you
called.
go from Horizon 0 to Horizon 2?
Yeah. I mean, on a timeline, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Zero Dawn came after a colon, so.
Oh, I see. It wasn't Horizon 0
No,
Dawn.
no.
Yes. Horizon Zero Dawn. And obviously there's gonna be a fucking show game for the PS5.
No, I
Remember
think
that?
baseball's going to be done by 2020.
they're
I
just
think,
gonna
I think it's over.
It's been around for 150 years.
Yeah,
but,
I think it's run its course. So I think the next big sport is squash.
that would be cool. If we could make lacrosse the biggest sport in America, I would not be upset. Lacrosse is dope.
Why isn't it a bigger sport?
Because white people didn't invent it.
Who invented lacrosse?
Native Americans. Yep.
It's a very white sport.
Now it is. Yeah, it's gentrified.
They Trader Joe's the shit out of
They did.
lacrosse.
They did. And
So we were talking about this earlier. I had to find it that the PlayStation 5, according to Pastebin, suggests that it's going to be $4.99 at launch.
that's quite a bit.
Yeah, that's $100 more than the PS4 when it came out.
I mean, inflation, but you know.
Yeah. But also the PS3 came in two versions as well, and that one came at a $4.99 and a $5.99, and that was for the 20 and 60 gigabyte model. So it's not like a new. They're like, this is how much new consoles cost.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty much standard now. And yeah, that seems accurate. You know, any $300 to $600 you're always going to look at for paying for a new console, which seems expensive at the time, but you think about it, I mean, even, it's planned obsolescence, but you get roughly 8 to almost a decade, you know, of entertainment. At least 5 years.
Yeah, if you buy it right away. Yeah, for
at
sure.
least 5
Especially
years.
nowadays. It used to be like 2-3 years tops. But now, yeah. I don't know if you saw, there's some leaked photos of DualShock 5 prototypes. No confirmation whether they're real or fake. That's
I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not okay. It looks like, for those of you that can't see it or haven't looked it up, it looks like a Sega Genesis controller that you slap a PlayStation interface on.
The guy that put the photo out on Twitter is at Yakuza Ninja 4K.
Yo, let's talk about a Ninja Assassin's Creed game, Yakuza Ninja.
Yeah,
like,
where are
fucking,
you, dude?
let's do
You
this,
should be
dude.
representing your type. You're not type. You're... Never mind.
Jesus
Your
Christ.
brand. That's what I... Okay. But I like the way that touchscreen looks on it. And like I like the idea of it.
I think the size is a big drawback for the current DualShock controller.
Well, it's like the shape of it too is like a fucking... It's like a Dreamcast controller almost.
like a narrower Dreamcast, right?
Like a shorter and wider. Because
Yeah.
Dreamcast was like a square. But
Dreamcast was weird. Dreamcast also had a screen on theirs, didn't they? On their controller, it was like a
Yeah.
little LCD screen or something.
I think it was worse than LCD. It was like a Tamagotchi.
That's LCD.
Oh, my bad.
That's a liquid crystal display.
I don't fucking know what LCD means, dude. But it wasn't like colored.
No, because those are LEDs. That's a light emitting diode.
All right, man.
Come on,
I'm
man.
gonna get all fancy with your fucking terminology and shit. Making me look stupid. Fuck you, dude. No, this looks like a clear, like, screen. It looks like, like instead of leaving the game to go back to your home screen, you could just do it from here. Like, who's online? I'm gonna join this party. Do all that shit just from your controller.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm kind of
dope.
sick of having to hit my home button all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, like just simple a swipe up gesture almost.
Yeah.
Maybe they'd be like, bring up friends list. I bet you could customize that too.
It doesn't even have to come up on your screen. It just has to be on the controller.
Yeah,
you
that'd
know?
be dope.
Yeah.
Though you don't want to take your eyes off the screen. You know?
Exactly. Well, I mean,
Then you gotta look away.
what's the yeah? But you're still taking your...
But if you swipe up and then it pops up like a little notification bar on the bottom, like who's up, and then you can maybe, let's say you want to see your friends. You swipe up on your controller, a little bar pops up at the bottom of your screen, and then you can swipe left or right to see who's online and who's offline.
Right.
But you don't ever take your eyes off the game screen.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Simple too,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah,
because that's what they want to do. They don't want you to look away for as long as possible.
that's
you know?
true. I like that.
I was thinking, that was when they reported a touch screen thing or a touch panel on the PlayStation. I thought that's what that was going to be for.
Same.
Like, oh no, that's not at all what it's for
yeah,
now.
it's not really.
Do you want to type really inaccurately with it?
Yeah. Do you? Oh, you use it that way?
I have.
I use the motion to type,
Oh,
where you point it at the letters. I like doing that.
some days I just want to get a keyboard and like glue it onto my coffee table.
Mm.
I'm quicker that way. I'm old, you know.
Yeah.
Back in my day, we had buttons and a QWERTY keyboard, and that wasn't even the only keyboard. First time I found out they had other layouts than QWERTY, it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah. How about this? There's another. I don't know. This might be a little bit of a rumor, but we'll see. It says, as long as your PS5 has an active Wi-Fi connection, your DualShock 5 controllers will automatically charge themselves once they reach a certain threshold.
Huh. Okay.
I don't believe that.
All right.
Who are you, Nikolai
right.
Tesla?
Yeah.
The fuck
Okay.
outta
You guys
here.
working with Elon Musk now? Because I think he would
Yeah.
love to know how to recharge your fucking batteries
Using Wi-Fi.
from Wi-Fi. Stupid fucks. What? Though, okay, no. Tesla did have that, though, right? He had wireless electricity, right?
Yeah.
That was the
yeah.
thing, and there was reports of him actually using it. He lit light bulbs in the floor and shit.
Pretty sure he.
That was probably just a magic trick, though. Let's be real. He was like,
Probably.
"I need money.
He's a con man.
Yeah, I need money. I need."
What
to
if
pay this
Tesla was
shit."
just full of shit? He just wrote books about how Edison stole his ideas, and Thomas Edison is like, I don't know who this guy is.
Nikola? I've never been there.
I don't
What?
even know how to say his name. The fuck are you talking about, man?
That's a lot of people think Einstein was well, I guess that's one of the conspiracy theories, right? Is that he wasn't as smart as he really is made out to be because he just stole people's patents because he was a patent office clerk.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I respect the hustle. He's like, Nikola Tesla, he lit light bulbs in the floor. I'm just gonna steal this.
I don't think, even if he did like steal those ideas to be able, I mean, he wrote those papers still.
Right.
It's like to be able to go through all that and explain it. I don't think it's an accident.
What if he is super smart, but he meant to steal something more like obscure? He was like, this looks like nothing. This looks like I make $200 a month off of this. Perfect. I'll steal that. But it became the theory, the largest theory, the most well-known.
Was he famous back then? Back in the day? When he was alive?
I don't know. I
Because
think
like now, obviously, like everybody knows who he
maybe
is,
amongst his peers,
Yeah.
like people at that level of like intellect, I imagine it's a small fraternity.
See, I feel like somebody would have outed him, like
As a thief.
Yeah, back like
Yeah, that's true because everyone knew everyone.
yeah.
That would make a lot of sense. Maybe he was a genius savant, and he was like, yeah, he wrote that. Of course, he wrote that. Have you seen him try to throw a baseball?
Yeah, he
Jesus
just
fucking Christ,
Doesn't
dude.
know how to put on his socks.
Yeah, doesn't brush his hair. Slangs dick though like a champ.
Did he have kids?
No, he was just German. I assumed he slanged that D from good old capital G. Xbox names are weird. I was looking up because we were talking about. I wanted to see if there was a code for the PS5. There wasn't, but Xbox Scarlet is what we called it earlier.
They're like, yeah, this is the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
Like, I
working
don't
on
know.
it.
We're not. It's not an early release of a movie. This is what we're giving you
Yeah.
next.
It's not a new game.
Yeah. Another one was Code Anaconda.
That
Something.
sounds creepy.
Xbox Lockhart and Xbox Maverick. I feel like they're just experimenting with shitty Android operating
I
systems.
feel like Maverick is your digital only Xbox. It's on its own. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a clever little like. Oh yeah, this isn't the Xbox
Of old.
900.
Yeah. But I mean, they're not gonna call it the Maverick.
No.
That's a stupid name. Plus, I think Apple called one of their operating systems Maverick.
Oh yeah,
So they definitely can't do that.
unless it's stylized.
What if they completely just
Right.
rip
It's
off?
it's MA, but the V is gigantic because it's the 5th generation console.
It's just a peace sign.
That X was a good logo for them. That was PlayStation less so. I think their original colorful P PlayStation was a lot more. It spoke to their brand more than like what the PS2 ended up looking like. You know, the stylized P, the shitty S, and the even shittier 2. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because every console seems to have a new logo on its own, and none of them have ever really clicked quite like the original Nintendo. Or I'm a purist and I'm old, and I'm like, back in my day.
I mean, the like PlayStation logo remains the same.
But it's not.
The PS thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's Sony PlayStation logo. Like I want that to be on all of them.
Yeah.
On everything.
Yeah. Or they'll just do like the letters. You mean like the P S? Yeah.
Yeah.
They want it to be sleek, man. They want it to be like in the Matrix.
I think we're past that. I think it's I think they can be a little more creative with consoles. Like they're all kind of looking similar now. They all kind of have that sleek, clean, monotone, sometimes shiny, sometimes not.
I would like to have lights on the inside of mine.
Yeah.
I want it to flash and shit.
Or like easy fix, like the front of your PlayStation, that little LED that you can be able to choose what color that glows.
Ooh.
Or even just have where the disc is
a strip,
a lit disc tray or something, or a strip.
a
Yeah,
lit disc strip.
yeah. Or if it does have that weird dimension, like how the PlayStation 2 original had like a base and then like a fucking plate that didn't really sit. There was like space.
Yeah.
You put a strip of light under that, and that you can customize, like almost like an Alienware.
Yeah, dude, that's what I want.
I just think it could be different now. It's okay to, the form factors can change.
And like, my PlayStation is like my. You know how like when like you walk into a place and like you see like a something, I don't know, a TV or like PlayStation, you go, oh shit, okay, like nice, like they got a PlayStation. Like that's becoming like that's what a console is. You walk into someone's house and they're like, oh, all right, they got a PlayStation, they got it set. Like yours is set up nice, like everything's like. It looks like it's not a centerpiece, but like it's just good feng shui to just have like nice looking electronics. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's organized. It's you can tell it's something that someone cares about almost. Like this is a piece of furniture as well. Like, this is not just a thing. It's an all-in-one console. This is where I watch movies and play games TV,
everything. Yeah. I do want PlayStation to do something along the lines of like what the Xbox One did with like cable integration, which is like all in one. I love that part of the
I didn't get to look it up because I haven't been on my PlayStation. I fell asleep last night. My bad, dude. I laid down. I was like, I guess I'm done.
I guess we're not playing Red Dead. It's alright. I played baseball.
But Game of Thrones was doing something with Sony. Like, so I don't know if that's an HBO thing or
I think so.
Or what, but I think that's a step in the right direction. You know, especially because you can get your Hulu on PlayStation. I mean, you can get
HBO now.
Yeah.
But it's like if I have like a cable, well, I guess you could probably get HBO Go.
We're probably going like away from the cable model, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like everything's on demand now.
Dude, I always get shit from Charter being like, upgrade now to get TV for an extra $20 a month. It's like, I don't.
Yeah. Why? I'm not missing anything right now.
Yeah, I don't need it. Even if I get TV, I'm gonna want to get to like watch the Tigers, and that's gonna cost me more money.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not just gonna be that much, dude.
Weird. I'm all good.
I'm out.
Yeah. I don't know. I still feel like a PlayStation 5 is it's a little early.
Yeah, they're gonna make a lot of changes between now and when they actually decide to come out with it. So,
but we both just got our PlayStation. Like, we just bought that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not gonna get a PlayStation 5 as soon as it comes out, unless my life changes drastically.
No, definitely not. Also, because like it seems to be standard that the first generation of consoles always riddled with problems.
Yeah,
that's some kind of red ring of death or blue screen of death or black star of death.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just better to wait for the second generation, or even like the Slim or the Pro, right around there.
Yeah, maybe.
So that's 2 years in. So we're gonna have to do an update on this in 2022.
But you bet your ass if I can afford it at the time, I'm gonna get it.
You're gonna get the exclusive Harry Potter edition. The release date
if
that
I
comes
can, then yeah, that would be ideal. Absolutely.
It's gonna come in like wood stained, like it's a wooden shelf or a foot locker.
That'd be cool too.
It's gonna come with a wand.
I would like it. Okay.
The instructions, it's gonna be like a Marauder's map that's gonna open up on one side.
Tap it.
Dude. We should get a fart mic.
We should. Yeah, dude. Or it looks like the chest that holds the Quidditch balls.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. This is a quaffle. That's my best wood that I could do.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, Sony, please do a Harry Potter. Like, you're missing an opportunity if you don't.
Quidditch, like, dude, on the PS5.
Anything, even. Fucking.
Yeah.
Maybe even have 4 different versions. You can buy a Slytherin version. You can buy a Gryffindor version. They all come with their own merch, their own color.
And you have to play on that team. It's an online thing.
You don't have to. You can always pick your team in game.
Nah,
but
fuck that.
No, but if you get your Ravenclaw edition, you do get a Ravenclaw edition exclusive skin that you can only play with on the Ravenclaw
exclusive
team.
Brooms, bro.
Ooh.
You can change the color of like the straw.
The straw and the smoke that's obviously going to come out of the bag.
Naturally. You can change, you know how they have like the little foot things on them? You You can change how those look, the color. You can make
Or
them
if it's gold.
black and steel.
Oh, you can have a black and white broom.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're making a better
Ooh.
game. We gotta stop doing this for
I
them.
know.
We basically Red Deaded our brooms, though. That's all we were doing.
I'm only gonna play it if Rockstar makes it.
Rockstar should, and then
Yeah.
you play as like even the evil guys. So now you have a reason to kill people.
Yeah.
You know,
And
it's
then
not just rated M in Hogwarts.
It doesn't just have to be a Quidditch game. You can and then eventually you can be like riding and then doing fucking wand shit at the same time. You know how dope that would be?
That would be amazing.
VR, PlayStation Move controllers. Like you gotta hold one to steer, point to steer, and then the other one you use to like flick and. Oh, dude. I don't know why.
That sounds great.
I don't know why.
That's
this
like
isn't
a flight
thing.
simulator game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And then you can play Quidditch with it too. You can be a fucking beater. You can be a keeper.
Yeah, you could be a chaser.
Yeah, you could
man.
be a chaser. You could be a seeker. Like
Yeah.
that'd be dope.
You could get like special like abilities where you could like slow shit down, like zoom in. Time slows down.
That's right. Okay, so if you're a beater, you get 2. You have a bat and you can catch the ball. If you're a seeker, you only get 1 because you're only allowed to your job is to find the snitch.
But you have evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, you
and
can
you're
speed
quick.
up and you
yeah.
can do sharp movements.
You can stand on your broom like
Yeah.
fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah, chasers you can get both. So you can catch and you can hit maybe. You can do barrel rolls and some cool like.
Well, I mean,
midfield
one
shit.
is always gonna have to be on the broom,
right.
but you should be able to switch which hand you have on the broom.
Maybe there's a trigger. Is there a trigger on the place?
I've
You have to
I've
hold
never
the button
used the PlayStation Move.
so that when you hold it, when you make that switch, it's like you have to be holding the button. You have to be squeezing the
or
thing.
maybe you just like bring them together, and then once you release, bring the other one up. Then it just, you know what I'm saying? Like once you bring that one down, now because you could hold with two hands.
True. Maybe
going
that's how you
fast.
dive.
Oh, dude! That's how. Yeah, that's like turbo. Put both hands on.
Yeah, because then you can't block anything, you can't catch
Right,
anything, but
right,
you can
right.
dart the fuck away.
Right,
This sounds like a great game.
dude. As a beater, there needs to be like an aiming system for like
Yeah.
hitting, or
Yeah,
do you-
or
is
maybe-
it totally timing?
Maybe it's like a since you're wearing maybe the headset, it's where you look. There's a heads up display almost of like
Whoa.
you're looking in the direction you want to hit it, like a
Oh,
like
yeah,
a real
yeah.
athlete. Like you
Yeah.
keep your eye on the ball, but like you look where you want to put it.
Right.
So
right. Oh,
that would
man.
make sense.
You need like cameras inside the VR headset so you can like
Gauge
your
eyeballs.
eye movement. You know what? Can you just put something in my head so you know what I'm thinking?
They were talking about something like that for the wireless VR headset. Is like they're doing it so that you can it can kind of track your eye movement so that that's not a thing, like so that you can just glance down. You don't have to turn your whole head like you do
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And that's why they're doing a graphics processor that's stronger than the CPU. Yeah,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Makes sense.
Dude, I want this Harry Potter
Yeah,
game
I'm
so
thoroughly
bad.
underwhelmed by every Harry Potter game that's going to come out now.
Now here's a thing. If you do a Quidditch game now, you could do the houses, of course. You could do the houses, but you could also do like the professionals.
Yeah,
professional league.
the Quidditch World Cup.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
like
all
because you
those-
have Victor Crumb and,
Yeah.
and
All the different teams.
crossovers. Yeah,
Well, do you have him in the game? I mean, maybe he's an unlockable character because he dies. He dies in the movies.
yeah.
Wait,
so
no, he doesn't.
he
doesn't.
we see him in the Goblet, right, at the Triwizard Tournament. Actually,
Yeah, that's one. But he survives that.
does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only one that dies is Cedric. Spoiler.
Oh yeah. But I
Do you
mean,
have
this could be all like pre-Hogwarts, you know? Like you
I
don't
think it's got.
necessarily
Oh,
have to have them.
that might be a good story. But again, it should just be you make your own wizard. It needs to be an open world RPG. You know, let's just make it a full on
It has to be a Rockstar game.
It
then.
does,
Has anyone else
dude.
really nailed that? No.
Rockstar. You got to get those rights, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Call up Warner Brothers. Tell them to suck your dick,
Hmm.
because that's what Rockstar would do. And just take it.
What is it called? It can't be called Harry Potter. That's why. If it's going to be an open world like RPG, you can't call it Harry Potter. What do you call it?
You just call it the wizarding world of Harry Potter.
No, I don't like it. That was-
VR. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Or I like it was the April Fool's joke from WB but like call it Ors.
Horrors?
Yeah.
Well, then you'd have to play an horror.
Or somebody coming up to be an Or like doesn't mean that you don't have
What
a job.
if I don't want to be an horror?
Something more general then?
What if I want to work with the care of magical creatures? I want to be a fucking Newt Scamander type.
Call it ministry? Wizardry? I don't know. I feel like it has to be one word.
I feel like it doesn't.
No?
I feel like it won't. None of those are one word. They're like the
The
longest
Fantastic
titles.
Beasts of Wonderful Wizardry at platform 9 3/4.
And then in parentheses, we couldn't think of a title. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I'm going to come up with a title.
It doesn't matter what it is.
That's the most important part. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna get it. Speaking of, though, I'm not speaking of Harry Potter, but speaking of good deals, we weren't speaking of good deals. Lego DC Supervillains is on sale at GameStop this week for $20.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna get it.
I'm going to get it used.
I think it'll probably be more expensive.
Really? That's
yeah,
fucking
because
stupid.
that's not the sale. You know what I mean? The new one is on sale, not the used version.
Yeah.
They're stupid like that. It doesn't make any sense.
Can I trade these in? Yeah, we can only give you 75 cents for it, but
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
robbery, by the way.
I know. I was thinking about taking Resident Evil in, just because I'm not playing it and I'm scared to play it. And even when I do play it, I can't get further.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about taking it in. But it's like, dude, it's going to be like $5. And it's like, I feel like I could get $5 of entertainment out of this still.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Wait a little while and sell it on Craigslist.
That's probably a good idea. Oh, I was looking up how much the show hats are going for.
Mm-hmm.
They range from about 40 to 60 right now.
So what you paid in extra for the game?
Yeah.
And you're not selling? Is this official? You're not selling
Not
ever?
yet.
Or
Not yet.
What price were you like, all right, I'll sell it? $300?
$100
$100?
minimum. Yeah.
100?
Dude, it'd be dope if I could, like, I don't know, just catch Bryce Harper on the street and get an autograph on it. Because, you
should just keep it in your glove compartment at all
just
times.
always have
Yeah.
it. Yeah, because, like, if you get his signature on it, because he was, like, the cover athlete for the game, then it would be, it'd be worth so much.
You got to rent a little kid and then have the little kid be like, Mr. Harper, can you sign my hat?
He's got to have cancer. Little kid with cancer. Just write him a letter. He'll come.
He'll send you a printed version of it. And he's like, just iron this onto your hat.
I'm not touching that fucking hat with anything. It's still in the box.
Oh. Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this up because then I think we're just gonna be let down because there's no Harry Potter game that's ever gonna come out that's gonna make us happy.
It's not, but dude, that sounded so cool,
yeah.
man. If I could
even
change
if it's
my
just
broom.
even if it's just Quidditch,
Yeah.
like and the open world is like a smaller open world.
You
You
can
know,
only fly. Whatever.
I don't even care. Like I'll play a game that's just Quidditch if that's what it is.
I would too. If they do it like a sports game,
Mm-hmm.
like a fucking like an NHL or a FIFA, yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, they could start a Wizarding World like series almost and be like, so here's Quidditch, here's horrors, here's the dark arts
There
where
you
where you
go.
play as like a bad guy.
EA Sports, are you fucking listening to us?
Yeah, and then let us do the EA Sports thing. You kick us a little bit of scratch and let us do that.
I
one.
think EA has the rights to Harry Potter too.
Do they?
I believe so, because I
Ooh.
think that's who used to do those old PlayStation games. They're not even old. There was some for the PS4. There's like those like what do they call them? Telltale games.
I don't know what that is.
Like you play through the movie. Essentially, you just play through the story.
Oh, okay.
Like it's the same story. You just play the game of it, which is usually stupid.
Yeah, I'm not into that. I
Me neither.
read the book, saw the movie. Can we give me something different?
Yeah, give me some new content. It's like,
Yeah.
did you guys even try?
Do they have DLC where like, when you wave your wand, it's a light trail. You can pay $5 for a green light trail every time your wand.
I'm not
moves,
paying shit.
But it's
God
EA.
damn it, dude. If it's a free game, maybe.
There you go. Fucking
Yeah, do it for free.
no, Hogwarts. Just cap it, but it's a battle royale game. It's the last. It's the last battle of the Hogwarts.
That's their version of battle royale.
Yeah, because eventually that force field gets smaller, and everyone has to fight, and then eventually you're just duking it out in the Great Hall with you and 3 other wizards.
Just call it call that part Battle for Hogwarts.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
I was sticking with the one word.
I mean that's that part of the game. You could have just Quidditch. I've already thought of the main menu. It's just going to be a circle and all the different things around. You get to choose using your stick. Quidditch, Battle for Hogwarts, fucking free roam. I don't know.
Free roam. Free roam. It's not free roam. It's called Muggle World.
Start a posse. Story mode, like all the different ones. That would be cool.
Oh, God damn it! No, we're just setting ourselves up for disappointment. Let's stop while we're ahead.
Well, I always forget we talk about cool shit. So
Yeah,
it's all right. So for real, anybody that makes video games can 100% steal that idea. Just send us a copy once it's done.
And some stickers.
Yeah, some stickers.
I like stickers.
Yeah, stickers are cool.
All right, guys.
Are we done?
We're done. We're out of here. Listen to us. You're already listening to us. He's Dust Slim Henderson. I am the George F. We are Gameboiz. We will see you later.
Hadouken! He's on fire!
It's me! Listen!